Hello, Jacob Spinney here. This is a response to Ben's video in regards to the issue of whether we should put a tax on soda or not. In a previous video, I mentioned a moral argument against this, that it is just wrong to be punishing innocent people for the self-destructive habits of others. And you brought up the point that, well, we're not really punishing innocent people because it's a tax on soda itself, so everyone who's buying soda is being self-destructive. Well, I would disagree. I think that there is a very large demographic of soda customers who are not people who are obese or anything or unhealthy, or just people who drink soda in moderation and don't suffer from any particular unhealthy effects from it because they drink soda in moderation. And so these are innocent people who are being punished from this soda tax. I'd also like to point out that through government-sponsored health insurance, innocent people are being directly punished for the self-destructive habits of others. You also asked if I'm aware of the implications involved in the statement that it is wrong to punish innocent people for the self-destructive habits of others, as well as the statement that it is wrong to force someone to pay for something that they otherwise would not have paid for. And if I'm aware of all the implications there, and yes, I am. And like you said, that's sort of going off topic, so I'll leave it at that for now. Maybe next week. You also brought up medical health insurance, and how even if we don't use taxes to pay for the self-destructive habits of others through healthcare costs, we do it through insurance costs. Well, I'd like to point out that insurance is a voluntary thing. Yes, a very large portion of employers have that as a requirement, that you are required to have health insurance to be employed by them, but it's still a voluntary contract that you are entering into with that employer. I'd also like to point out that insurance isn't as non-discriminatory as government taxing is. It's a lot more targeted in, and so it's not punishing the innocent people for the destructive habits of others. Because if you are a healthy person, then you are going to be paying a lot less in insurance premiums than a very unhealthy person will be paying in insurance premiums, because that unhealthy person is a lot more at risk of becoming ill and needing medical attention than you are. You also mentioned that if we put a tax on soda, as long as it's not $20 a bottle or anything like that, then we're not going to have any drastic effects of smuggling soda through the borders and selling it on the black market and so on. Well, I would actually beg to differ. A little bit, not entirely. I think that's a drastic example, but the article that you linked to itself, the article that this video is linked to, points out that due to taxes imposed upon cigarettes, there has indeed been a black market developed around cigarettes and tobacco. So the more you tax something, the more you create an incentive for that thing to be sold on the black market. I'd also like to point out that it's pretty easy to go around this. Soda is not that difficult for you to make yourself. All you need is some water, a bottle, a CO2 canister, and some flavored syrup. You just you use the CO2 canister to carbonate the water, and then you mix the flavored syrup into the carbonated water, and there you go, you have your soda. So it's not that difficult for you to make soda yourself. And so by imposing a larger tax on sodas, you're going to create a higher incentive for people just to make soda themselves, and thus, take away the whole reason you're taxing soda in the first place. Alright, so now that I've done a lot of soda tax bashing, I'd like to present my own argument for what I would consider to be a wonderful solution to this problem, which is what I just previously talked about, which is health insurance, medical health insurance, investments in risk pools. Because if you have health insurance, then you have an incentive, a financial incentive, to keep yourself healthy. Because the more healthy you are, the lower you pay in insurance premiums. The more unhealthy you are, the higher you pay in insurance premiums, because the higher at risk you are of becoming ill. And so this is a wonderful incentive to help people stay healthy, as opposed to the program we currently have of, destroy your body all you want. It's okay. Just, destroy your body all you want. We'll take care of all the medical expenses associated with the diabetes and the clogged arteries that result from your decision to destroy your body. Don't worry about the bill. We'll foot the bill for you. That's not much of an incentive for people to stay healthy. I think that health insurance is a wonderful financial incentive for people to stay healthy, and better yet, it's voluntary. There's no one threatening to throw you in jail. It's voluntary. That isn't to say, though, that there wouldn't be incentives to have health insurance. Employers already create these incentives for you to have health insurance. As for the last point, as far as children is a very difficult thing, because even with the proposed solution to obesity, which is this tax on soda, that doesn't really solve the children problem either, because children aren't the people that are buying the soda, it's their parents that are buying the soda. And if the parents are willing to fork over the money, the extra money in taxes to buy soda for their children, then they're going to do it. And I'd also like to point, once again, the workarounds of this tax, that it's not that difficult for you to make your own soda. So if you tax soda too high, and then you're just going to create a disincentive for people to buy soda and a larger incentive for people to make their own soda. So still, either way, you're going to have children drinking soda that was bought or made by their parents in the first place. I would propose that a much better solution to the problem of childhood obesity would simply be taking away the free pass for healthcare. Taking away that free pass of, you know what, do whatever you want to your own body, we'll take care of the bill. Take that away. Make the parents have to pay for the self-destructive habits of their children, and I guarantee that there will be a much greater incentive for the parents to force their children to stay healthy. And I think I'll stop there. Thank you.